Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So today we got a brand new episode of Millennial Money. It's the only place on the internet where we get to see exactly how millennials spend and waste their money. And that brings us to this episode here. It's titled, Living on $200,000 a Year in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But before we begin, we got to do our part to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, and big thank you to Credit Sesame for sponsoring today's video. But more on that later. Let's begin.
Starting work at 18 did help me mature a little bit more quickly. I think that being young and working in a...
By the way, I just want to mention before we start, the thumbnail picture of this, how could you not click on this? What is going on? He's got a huge light on his helmet. He's probably roller skating. He could be skateboarding. I don't know. He's on some sort of wheels, but this is a very excited person, very excited millennial today.
Working in a professional setting leads to you having to outperform your peers in order to be treated as an equal.
It's so true. Listen, I think everybody should get a job 1 year out of high school. Everybody. You turn 18, you get a job. It's going to make you grow up so much faster because you see what it's like to be an adult and basically just not be stupid. So, and I mean that in the most polite way. You don't do stupid stuff. When you work around adults, you have this sense of maturity that you just don't get anywhere else. So I think it should be mandatory.
My name is Aaron Brock. I'm 22.
I thought for a second, Aaron Brockovich. What a name that would be.
I make about $200,000 a year, and I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Now, the thing is, usually when people say they make $200,000 a year, I'm like, ew, but that's because you're living in San Francisco. Anywhere else in the world, that would be like $90,000 a year. In this case, his $200,000 a year in Tulsa, Oklahoma is like making, I don't know, $300,000 anywhere else. This guy's making bank.
I'm a technical pre-sales engineer, which pretty much means I'm a salesperson, but rather than selling to business people, I get to sell to engineers, which is just way more fun.
Wow, so he's selling right to the person, and that's got to be a lot more enjoyable to sell to engineers because it's like, the way they think is that if they have a problem and you have a way to solve that problem for a dollar amount that makes sense, they're gonna buy it. I mean, why wouldn't they? So this seems like a pretty chill career, I think. Yeah, basically they're building their own little army there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. All you gotta do is just give people a $10,000 bonus to move to whatever area you want, and guaranteed, give it a year, you're gonna have thousands of those people in that area.
The idea is they're trying to develop Tulsa as a fun place to live and also some economic growth, all that kind of fun stuff. They were like, hey, why don't we just straight up give people money to move here?
It's kind of funny to think that oh yeah, if we didn't get $10,000, we wouldn't live there. But you know what? It's working. I have to say, if any location wants people to move there, just pay them to move there. California's missing out. California is just having people leave in droves, left and right, because they're taking money. Instead of saying, hey, we'll give you money to work here, instead they're saying, hey, you gotta pay us $10,000 to live here. And it's just causing people to leave. What a great system they got going on here.
Not only is it that they pay you to move here so it offsets the cost and makes it worthwhile, but also they kind of develop a community and they do a really good job of, hey, I can just jump into a social group. I don't need to move to a new city, be the only person there, and have to build it all up from scratch.
I got Vsauce right there on the left. I'm kidding, it looks kind of like Vsauce though.
Hey, Vsauce.
But yeah, no, this is a great opportunity. And the fact that he can also network with other people in the same field, I think more companies should be doing this.
I would say it's more that I'm good at shopping than it is that I'm good at budgeting. My budget is that
Oh my gosh, look at that. Almost $12,000 a month in savings? What does he spend money on? Housing utilities, $425. What? Food, $335. Insurance, $241 with the T, car and van, internet, $30. So he's getting everything covered. Now I'm curious if he's using that $10,000 to offset some of the housing and food that we see here. But gosh, he could live here and just save for 10 years. 10 years of his life gone, and then by 35, he'll have enough money to basically live anywhere he wants.
And I try to keep the number between 1,000 to 1,500 for everything.
Oh my gosh, he's 22 years old, $200,000 in savings. This guy did it right, and the fact that he moved away from an expensive place to live here, he's just banking money. He basically just prints money at this point. He wakes up and he's richer every single day.
So I try to max out all of my retirement vehicles. This includes the 401k and the Roth IRA.
Oh, that's a perfect opportunity for Bankroll Coffee, now for sale at Bankroll Coffee.
However, due to this year, my income being so high that I can't put money into the Roth IRA, I haven't been doing that.
Called the Backdoor Roth IRA. You'd be able to do it. Just Google it. It could be done. They didn't get rid of it. Congress has kept it a little bit longer for now. So anyway, Backdoor Roth IRA, that's your solution. You're welcome.
I do intermittent fasting, so I only eat one meal in a day. It's for convenience reasons, because every day I only have to make one meal, and it's usually the same, taco salad or chili or something along those lines.
Is that healthy? I know a lot of people talk about intermittent fasting and they swear by it, but I'm like, there's no way that could be healthy on your body to eat only one meal a day. Maybe I'm totally wrong here. I'm probably wrong, but how is that good? I don't know.
I always wear purple. The reason that I originally did this was because I was tired of having to worry about styles, and I was like, hey, why don't I just pick the best and then always do that?
It's not that big of a decision. I just kind of look at it like, okay, what's the temperature in the house today? Is it kind of cool? Do I feel like turning on the heat? No. All right, I'm just gonna put on a hoodie. You know, I have a black one, I have this one, there's a gray one somewhere. It's easy. I don't get this decision fatigue on clothes. It's just put on whatever you want. I've never understood that one. See, it's not that hard to be like just purple, black, or white, let's just say. And be like, all right, today I feel like wearing a white t-shirt. All right, today's a purple t-shirt. I don't think it would make that big of a difference in his life just to pick a different color. But you know what? It doesn't affect me. I don't really care that much. I'm just curious. But you know what I gotta say, the one thing he could be doing in addition to all of this is building his credit. And one way to do that is through a company I talk about all the time on the channel, and that would be Credit Sesame, who reached out to sponsor today's video. I've seriously been talking about them for years because I've used them as a place to monitor my credit report, view all of my accounts in one place, and better optimize my score so that I never have to worry about not getting a mortgage. But now in addition to all of that, they came out with the Sesame Cash Credit Builder, which allows you to build and grow your credit score with the money you already have and without a credit check, fees, or interest. Just buy the stuff that you need and want. They'll automatically report those charges to the credit bureaus to help build your credit history. And since it works with your Sesame Cash account, you're only spending the money that you already have. You'll be able to check on your progress every day, and you'll get paid cash rewards as your score goes up. $10 for every 10 points in the first 30 days, giving you all the credit building benefits of a credit card in a debit card. Even better, with autopay turned on, they'll automatically pay your balance on time in full every single month. So it's pretty much like you could set it and forget it while building your credit history at the exact same time. So use the link down below in the description to learn more and get started today, because real talk, building your credit score is something that everybody should do, and Credit Sesame is a company that I've been using for a very long time. So with that said, guys, now let's get back to the video. Wow, that's insane. At 16 years old, he's making $1,500 a month in Minecraft. Wow. This kid was obviously doing very well from the beginning. He was gifted, he's smart, he's in a very high demand field, and he's obviously really good at what he does.
I did not negotiate my salary, and as a stupid 18-year-old who didn't know how much engineering was worth, I actually got paid hourly $15 an hour as an engineer, which it's not real great.
But you know what? It doesn't matter at that point. He learned from it. He still made $15 an hour. He was building his resume. That's all it is. You're paying basically that difference in what you're worth just to build the resume a little bit bigger. But look at this. He decided not to pursue a college degree. That's how he's able to make so much money, skip to the front of the line, have no debt. That was the way to do it. What does he need college for? He already learned it all anyway.
And I looked at this and I was like, hey, I've already got a job in hand, which maybe not salary-wise was great. And I was like, hey, I could either go and take this engineering job and make X amount of money, or I could go to college and spend X amount of money.
I just noticed, by the way, the lights in the background are also purple. He's doing purple everything. I think he just needs black lights everywhere too, and just do those purple lights. But finally, someone's speaking some common sense here. I don't know why anyone would think other than what he's just thought of there, unless they want the college experience or unless a college degree is required. But for something like this, he's made the right choices so far in pretty much everything, I have to say.
For 2022, my goal is to travel the country and see all that there is to see. Originally, I was gonna do this with Airbnb, but now I'm gonna do it out of a van.
Wow, that's really cool. Think of how much money he's gonna save too on rent and other expenses like that. Just being able to do this and travel at the exact same time. This is smart. As long as he's able to work anywhere and doesn't need to be in an office, do this. This is great.
There is a lot of cost that goes into a van, be it insurance and maintenance and all of the fun, weird stops that you have to make along the way. But to be completely honest, I'm very happy financially at the moment. Welcome to Trixie. This is the van that I'll be living out of for the next year.
Oh, tell me he's gonna make a YouTube channel too. If we have like a tech engineer van life channel, that's what we need. We need another van life channel. But like, for some reason, I would watch his channel. I don't know why. He's got a really good personality for this.
Such luxury as a full shower inside of a van. Back here, we have all of my wonderful camping gear. Because this isn't an apartment, it's a really fancy tent. So my budget for the year is $14,000, and this includes everything all in. I'm talking insurance, maintenance, sales tax of buying the vehicle, the added costs that I'm gonna have of living in a vehicle, like maybe having to eat out more, things along those lines, and then also just the loss of value in the car.
He's thought of everything. He's thought of everything. I'm like, oh, but he could sell the van. Yeah, if he's including loss of value. That's not bad. $14,000, including food and everything, so it's $1,166 a month. That's not bad at all. That's probably, for the experience of getting to travel anywhere, that's a great price.
I recognize that money that I make today in my early 20s is worth more than money that I would make in my 40s because I get nice, investments, I get growth on this money or a return on the investments that I make now.
Oh man, why can't I complain about anything he's doing? Because that's so true. I always say the money that you earn in your 20s is probably the most valuable money you're ever gonna make if you invest it. Because by the time you're 50 or 60 years old, it's gonna be worth so much more. So that $10 drink that you bought out when you're 21, imagine that being worth $200 when you're 50. I mean, would you pay $200 for the drink today? No. But so why would you spend the $10 now? So that's the way I see it. He's right. I would say by the time he's in his 40s, he could basically just do whatever he wants, spend money aimlessly, and it'll be totally fine.
At this point, I'm focused on life experience, I'd like to see the world, go and experience things that I haven't done before, and, I'm in a comfortable place to do that.
Great episode. I loved it. I love everything he's doing. I just hope he makes a YouTube channel, and I also hope he smashes the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribes, of course, because it helps out the channel a lot. And also, big thank you again to Credit Sesame for sponsoring today's video. Again, their link is down below in the description, where you could also add me on Instagram or the podcast, The Iced Coffee Hour. New episodes being posted every single Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.